Right here on the East Coast. How is it downstairs, gentlemen?
5. People are ready for Jets-Giants. I saw a Darnold jersey out there.
Nice.
It's go time. This is the most exciting time for the New York Jets in maybe 10 years.
We're doing this segment, Kay, and a young woman walks by and says, "Excuse me," to us. That's New York for you. That's it.
That
was awesome.
Nice.
That was not just Street Fighter. That was Street Fighter Championship Edition.
Hey, M. Bison.
Yes.
And from Street Fighter to, what is it? Not Street Fighter. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes.
Right here on the show. Full slate of games.
Sub-Zero.
To kick off the preseason, so it is time for the Throwdown. Gong Thursday. We've got action tonight on NFL Network. It's Giants, Jets, right here. So which debut are New Yorkers clamoring for more? Schrags and Kyle were downstairs getting the vibe. But is it Le'Veon Bell or Daniel Jones? We'll get to Shannon.
I see. Oh, what's up, Shannon?
Doherty.
Le'Veon Bell is kind of flashier and cooler, and he's all over Twitter, and he's a famous name, and he's won you fantasy championships before, and it's really cool that he's in New York. But I think it's Daniel Jones, because I think that New York fans can see the long view. Le'Veon Bell may be here for a few years, and he may be all pro. Daniel Jones is the future. Daniel Jones is going to be here for a long time, and he's going to be the starting quarterback at some point. They know that this is the long-term investment, so Le'Veon's fun and everything, and it's kind of fast food, but this is our life. This is our life for the next decade.
Sean O'Hara won a Super Bowl in 2008. 4 years later, the Giants won another Super Bowl in 2012. They've tasted the fruits. These fan base, they've seen. Le'Veon Bell is symbolic of an offseason the Jets have never had before, where there's actual hope and there's actual optimism. He's just a microcosm of the greater picture. I think the fans for the Jets are as clamoring for this Jets team as they have been maybe since, Boomer Esiason got here in the mid-'90s.
Wow.
There's so much hype and so much excitement. Okay. The fans are clamoring for Le'Veon Bell. Fresh, new era for the Jets.
I think they're excited for Bell, but I also feel like they kind of know what they're going to get with him, right? We've seen him produce in Pittsburgh. Everybody likes seeing something for the first time, right? You remember the first time you rode your bike, right? The first time you did anything. Daniel Jones, for the very first time, you talked about it earlier on the show. You just don't want him to become a meme or do anything silly. But
the internet's dying to make fun of him. It sucks, but it's true.
But if he does something great, the legend is born.
Yep.
And I think that's what Giants fans, look, if you're a Giants fan, you've been miserable, all right? You've been trying to find a way to dump your tickets for the last 2 years because they haven't played a meaningful game in November and December. This kid represents the future of the franchise. Sure, the future may not be for another year or two, but this is the guy you're going to be rooting for, the jersey you're going to be buying.
That boy's our last hope.
Kyle, you're right. No matter what he does tonight, in any preseason game, they'll be talking about him tomorrow.
No doubts.
No matter.
He's electric for whatever reason.
Or if it's
They're ready.
bad. Kyler Murray's making his debut also tonight on NFL Network. Arizona taking on Phillip Rivers and the Bolts at 10 p.m. Eastern following the Snoopy Bowl, which is a little bit earlier, 7 p.m. Eastern rather. Which offense, Schrags, will be more dependent on their quarterback? Darnold?
Over the course of the season, I'm going to go with Kyler and the Cardinals on this one. I feel like Cliff Kingsbury is building the offense around the quarterback skill set as opposed to Phillip Rivers being an all-time quarterback, a potential Hall of Famer, and them having all these weapons. They drafted certain guys because they work with Kyler. They went out in free agency and got certain guys because they work with Kyler. And their head coach might be in Arizona because he knew there was an opportunity that he could someday coach Kyler. I think that this is going to be the sink or sink Kyler Murray show, and yet I think Phillip Rivers can rely on other things in that offense and kind of be malleable in how they do it.
A little worried about Melvin Gordon not being a guy that he can rely on, so I would think maybe he has to do a little bit more. What do you think, Kyle?
I just think I get so distracted in this segment by the other pictures, the celebrities.
Come on.
They're really hoping Kyler Murray is going to blossom this season. Here's the story. 2003, I came to New York City with my girlfriend, and she bought me tickets to a Broadway show called The Boy from Oz. If you remember that, Hugh Jackman was the star of The Boy from Oz. On the night our show was about to go, they announced that Hugh was out. He's having throat problems or something. There's an understudy to come in. No, they just canceled the show because no one wants to go to see Hugh Jackman and see the understudy. Kyler Murray is the Hugh Jackman of this team. There's no understudy. They've put all the things in there. He is the entire production now, the whole franchise. So the Chargers have great players. If Phil Rivers would disappear, they can lean on their defense, everything. Kyler is everything right here. He's the Tony Award winner. They went through hell to get him. They'll do everything to keep him. Kyler's the answer.
The expectations for the Cardinals are a lot lower than the Chargers, so don't you have to factor that in a little bit? The expectations for the Chargers being a 12-14 and being a Super Bowl contender?
It could.
More is going to come on Phillip Rivers.
If Kyler's not good, though, the Cardinals are screwed for 5 years. So he really needs to be good.
It could be very interesting. There could be a plot twist in all this. To your point, we've got a rookie quarterback. We've got a rookie head coach. So as much as we're thinking we're going to see this air raid, who knows? Maybe we end up getting a whole bunch of David Johnson.
Interesting.
So maybe it's not Kyler Murray. Maybe the offensive line struggles again, and you say, well, we can't ask Kyler to throw the ball 40 times. I tell you who will throw the ball 40-plus times. Phillip Rivers. You look at the trio of receivers that he has. All right, if Melvin Gordon's not there, he's going to be throwing the ball to Austin Eckler. Hunter Henry at tight end.
Yeah.
This is going to be a loaded offense, and Phillip Rivers is going to be shot putting his way to the top of your fantasy team boards.
That's it. Right under the chin. There it is.
Hey, Peter.
47 feet. Mark it.
What you got, Kay?
Peter, what'd you do last night?
Last night I watched the 90210 reunion show. It was fantastic. Yeah,
It's actually really good.
It was.
I'm very excited about that. Well, we know that the Titans and the Eagles are squaring off this weekend or this week for preseason action. So in honor of the fact that you watched the Beverly Hills 90210 reboot last night, let's throw it back to a couple of decades ago with representations of those cities. Who are the most more iconic character in the mid-90s? Is it Tennessee's own Shannon Doherty, as portrayed here on our Throwdown board, or, whoa, Joey Lawrence?
Get in there. Go ahead.
The leather.
What do you think, Sean?
I'm going to go with Joey Lawrence. Whoa.
Yeah,
you mentioned the Blossom before. When I look at this Eagles offense, I say whoa.
I like it.
I say whoa at running back depth, at receiver depth. Look, these preseason games, we talk about what do we want to see from the starters. Yeah, but the reality is you're only going to see these starters for the first quarter. All right, in the second, third, and fourth quarter, we're going to see the depth of these teams. Howie Roseman has built an unbelievable roster down there in
What are you talking about? That's about Shannon Doherty and
That's what we're going to see.
Yeah, we're not.
Go on, Peter. Come on.
Enough football. Shannon Doherty stole the show last night. Okay, she came and she was like kind of like the background. At the very end of the show, they're like, "Wait a second, she might be making an appearance." She does. I'm fascinated by Kelly and Brenda. They are a 3-decade thing going on, and now they're entering this year and this. I'm here for it.
Okay.
Doherty. I was always a big Brenda Walsh fan.
But is she like still bad, or is she? Like,
yeah, it's a good question.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, she's still bad. I honestly didn't spend a lot of time on the Shannon Doherty when I watched the show. I couldn't take my eyes off Brendan and Dylan. Like, no matter what you're into, those are two beautiful, beautiful men. But I'm actually going to go the opposite. I'm going to go with Lawrence. Lawrence cultivated an incredible look back in the day in which he would wear a flannel shirt up here, buttoned down, and also an additional flannel around the waist, tied double flannel. He also had a pop career. Go ahead and look at Joey Lawrence's YouTube videos. They're fantastic. And the bottom line for me is I'm just going with Lawrence because it'll get me closer to 6.
Six was your
more like 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big 6 fan.
Can I see your 90210 over the shoulder?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she goes. Come on, bring it.
That's not bad.
It's okay.
Hey, we
put on my prime.
Are they still? I was Team Kelly.
Yeah. Jenny Garth.
But I love Jason Priestley.
Yeah, I'm
Down
fantastic.
as well.
I'm so sorry I missed that last
Question
night. Guys. I was going
is
over
the
my
peach
spotter
pit.
charts
Talk
for
more about the
Giants
Eagles'
Jets
interior
series.
offensive line.
Show me watching all 22
sure.
tape.
Is the peach pit still
I had a
thing
cowboy
on the
clicker
show?
in my hand, and you guys were sipping on your Frapsody Frappuccinos. I don't know.
Frapsody.
Is what still?
Bohemian Frapsody.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it does. Did they go to the Peach Pit? Is that
Left
still
the
a thing?
peach pit. Is it still there?
It is the opening scene. Guys, I'm telling you, it's actually not bad.
No, I'm gonna watch it. I will watch
Isabella,
it.
what's her name? She's in there too.
Riveting.
Her terrace is there. Don't worry.
Terrorist.
Is that true?
I love that. This is our show. We have preseason action coming to you live on NFL Network hours from now. It's a doubleheader, baby. Jets, Giants, 7 p.m. Eastern. Chargers, Cardinals, 10 p.m. Eastern. By the way, tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, you'll see the Buccaneers at the Steelers, Cowboys at Niners, Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And by the way, tomorrow, after this doubleheader, we will have highlights, the full treatment from Kyle Brandt.
That's right. I'm ready to roll.
We're not going to plug that they're re-airing Family Ties later on?
Is that true? What did we do, baby?
I think they're binge watch.
That's it. Justine Bateman, hello. Hey.
Freddie Kitchens, how's he handling all these huge personalities in Cleveland? We're going to get a bit of a glimpse, and we'll let you guys know what to keep your eyes on, what the latest is from Believeland. And where should you take Matt Ryan in your fantasy draft? This is my dude this year.
Is that right?
Yeah, you're in on it now?
1,000%.
Rise up.
And people want Brady, and I'm about to clown on that. In about
Brady,
2
do they
minutes.
understand
Done
it's
with Brady.
fantasy?
No.